What's going on, good people? You know what time it is. You're in the place to be. It's the BirdCage LLC. We got you covered. We got some things we're going to talk about with the Falcons upcoming during the offseason, and also some other things that we're going to address today. So y'all sit back, relax. We got you covered. It's the BirdCage. Let's go.
Okay, y'all, this is it.
What's going on? What it do? What's happening? Good evening, Lahaim. We are excited about all the moves that are going on right now. But before we get this thing started, hit that like and subscribe button on the way in. But I also got to give a shout out to Mr. Tyquez Richardson, Mays High School offensive tackle, 6'5", 335 pounds, headed to the University of Georgia out of Alabama A&M, true freshman that started 12 games. Hey, I need Matt Ryan in this front office to look at this kid. He's got 2 more years, 2 to 3 years now that he's going to be there. We talking about bolstering this offensive line. I'm giving you a player that you need to look at. A true freshman starting all 12 games and really didn't give up too many sacks. That is a guy that you look at. 6'5", 330, and quick as a cat and sick as a hiccup. That's the best way to describe him. So congratulations on, I hate seeing HBCU players leave the HBCUs, but he's getting an opportunity at the University of Georgia. And we do have a little bit of a built-in pipeline starting with Georgia now. So guess what? We need offensive linemen to replace some of the old guys that are going to be getting up out of here. Guess what? You got a kid that's coming up 3 years from now. So y'all, please, please, please take a look at this young man. Hungry, smart, physical football player, and will be a Falcon of the future. But speaking of future, before we get to it, I got to bring in Coach Cam, who's also molding young men that are the future of college football and possibly maybe for the Atlanta Falcons one day out in Arizona. What's good, Coach?
What's going on, bro?
Man, loving tonight. What's going on, Silk? And thank you for everybody that's tapping in and joining. We appreciate you guys coming in here, and we definitely are happy that you guys are tuned in. I'm going to be real with you, Cam. That's a Carson Vincent clone right there, by the way. So again, this time he's in he's in Atlanta's backyard, right in Athens. Came home. He's an Atlanta guy. This is a guy that you got to look at. So at this point, I'm happy that a young man like that got an opportunity and he's moving up. And he's a guy that, and like I said, we also are talking scouting too this offseason. So when we start talking about players, he's a guy that I'm spotlighting. Yes, he's a true freshman, but not many freshmen start from game 1 to the end of the season. And he didn't get pulled at all. So as an offensive lineman, this is a position that we need to bolster. So this is a guy that you look out for in the future. He definitely will be there. But speaking of future, how do you feel about how the press conference took place with Matt Ryan this week? We're going to go ahead and get this started. Everybody's been talking about it on every podcast, but, you know, we got a lot of things we're going to cover. That's going to be the first thing we're going to cover, and then we're going to also speak on the coaching situation, and then we're also going to speak about the firings that are taking place in the NFL, how it impacts the Falcons being able to hire guys, and so much more we're going to tap into. But let's talk about this Matt Ryan situation. How do you feel Matt handled that press conference, and what do you look forward to into his future endeavors with this team?
Man, fluff around in them big head twins. No, I'm just playing. I'm playing. It's a joke. It's a joke. Honestly, if we're being honest, I had more questions than I had answers coming out of it, because a lot of what he was trying to convey wasn't coming across, as far as who's going to have final say, who's going to have more so control over team building and the team rosters, things like that. So it gives more questions than they gave answers. So for the most part, I think he handled himself pretty well. Going from being a player to the front office with zero experience, I think he handled it very, very well. I think he handled it very maturely. But I'm more so just, I want to see what his vision is for this team, because no one could really speak to what that vision is. Are we looking to just make the playoffs, or are we looking to make a playoff run in 2 to 3 years? Like, they didn't give much of an answer. It was more of the same song and dance almost, with the whole, we want to be good, we got to do better for the fans, and da 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 da. But what is he saying? What is he telling us? You know what I mean? So, like, I mean, how much more can we expect from this franchise? Because not much was given.
Very true. When I look at the expectations, I think he was very vague and open when you heard how he answered it. He didn't give you a direct answer. He wasn't going to do that. But he let you know that there are expectations, that we have unfinished business that we need to take care of. So he's letting you know that he's trying to atone for what happened in 2016. And he's doing it from the front office standpoint in another leadership position. So again, for those who hate Matt Ryan, because we hear this all the time, he's not this. Look, regardless of how you feel about the man, he was the winningest quarterback in Falcons history. He's the only MVP in this, in pretty much in here. And this man understands what talent looks like because he played with enough of it. Problem is, we should have won with him and the talent that we had. Now, defensively, he couldn't do nothing about that. I'm sorry. Offensively, yes. There were times where we should have been able to win ball games, but my problem with this fan base, when the hell are you going to start holding the defense accountable for what happened in that Super Bowl? You don't just give up the draws the way that they did in 25 points. You can't get off the field on third down. That's what happens. Ask us how we know. We watch University of Georgia do the same thing this year with Ole Miss.
Mm-hmm.
But everybody wants to blame the offense. Some things, yes, they could have done differently. I will say that. But you can't give up double-digit leads to anybody. So if you really gonna hate on the man, guess what? That's a personal prerogative, and I question your football IQ at this point. Y'all can say whatever the hell you want. It's just what it is. Like Clubber Lang say,
you better get that bad look off your face before I knock it off.
Yeah, I got that type of energy tonight. So again, if you gonna come in here and Matt Ryan bash, do what you do. It is what it is. But at the end of the day, you're still gonna watch the Falcons. He's still gonna have a job. He's still getting a paycheck, whether you like this or not. He's here. Now, let's see what he brings in. That is going to tell you enough.
And right? that was another thing I want to bring up, what you just said. The fact that he has open arms to former Falcons players. He's saying, hey, come in. Bring your expertise. Bring it here. We want that here. Because what we had before, that's something that I've been saying for the longest. We're lacking an environment where things can fundamentally grow and organically grow. We don't have to try to force, a kindred shit with the past, the present, and possibly the future. That should already be here. Why are we 50 plus years into this franchise and we still haven't figured this out yet? So the one thing that I've been saying all along is we need to have some type of system where we are able to mold what we want out of this football team. But it starts with bringing in the past players who actually helped mold what this franchise became and where they went. Because once we ushered them out the door, there was no bringing them back or, celebrating teams who had 14 plus wins or whatever the case is, like other franchises do, because that's how they are. When have we done that? So the thing is, Matt Ryan is saying, hey, I want you guys to come in. Please come in. So, and everyone knows, like, I'm not the biggest Matt Ryan fan. I'm going to just keep it 100, right?
Yeah.
But he was the longest tenured quarterback we've ever had in franchise history. He's the winningest quarterback in our franchise history. He's the only MVP in this franchise. The man had almost 5,000 yards his MVP year. He led the league, had the most touchdowns in the league, had the highest touchdown to interception ratio. So if we're looking at it, the boy, he went and I'm not saying boy in a
no. We get what you're saying,
but he wins. He's a winner. So if you take what he put on the field with his IQ and like you said, he has resources now because he worked for CBS. So why wouldn't you want to take that IQ with the resources he's had over the last 2 years and put that in your front office? Now you have additional people helping him out to make the right moves for this franchise to put us in a position to win. That is his job. And he's shown that he can do it on the field.
You forgot something. You left one of the most important things out.
What, offensive rookie of the year?
Outside of that,
you got Iron Man.
He missed only 3 games. That man, besides Jake Matthews, put it this way: Matt Ryan, Mike Ken, Jeff Van Note, Jesse Tuggle, Claude Humphrey. Those are guys that did not miss ball games. Those are guys that were Iron Men who were durable. Matt Ryan made up for lack of arm strength. When he first got here, he had a bit of an arm. When he started to lose the arm strength, he started to beat you with his mind. That is what separates the good quarterbacks from the great quarterbacks. Because I'm going to be honest with you on this. If I had to compare Matt Ryan to a quarterback, because he got the name Matty Ice for a reason, it was because of the fact that he had the most comebacks in NFL history at one point. He had that. You can't take away from it. Matt Ryan was a modern day Kenny Stabler. The difference was, and the reason I say, and the only difference is Matt didn't get the Super Bowl. That's the difference. And he had an MVP. Kenny didn't. Stabler was a gamer. Matt was a gamer. Y'all can call him Stat Matt, Stat Pack, but guess what? Everybody that played with him balled out. Everybody offensively that played with him balled out.
Harry
So
Douglas.
you can say whatever you want at this point.
Harry
What's
Douglas.
going on, Graybeard?
What's going on? What's going on?
Pack back.
Yeah, Harry Douglas.
There goes Velcro, Beard. There goes Velcro. Look, it sounds like sandpaper over there.
Man, bump you and everything about you. But but man, all I'm saying is about the Matt Ryan collection, man.
Yeah.
Either you with him or you're not.
Man.
The man was the Iron Man of the Atlanta Falcons. This man, when Julio went down that one year, when Ronnie went down in the same year, he made Harry Douglas had over 12 to 1,300 yards that year. And he went to the Pro Bowl. So I'm like,
Hey.
Y'all might not say it, and Harry Douglas was buns. Harry Douglas was buns.
I'm just saying.
Man, it's like this, dog. I'm gonna tell you like this, and we ain't gonna even sit here and spend time on that because most people are gonna complain about Matt because they didn't like him. Let's be real. Most of y'all didn't like Matt Ryan because he stepped in when Michael Vick went to prison.
Exactly.
That's what it is.
Exactly.
Most of y'all were pissed and see, I can say this, and I don't care. Y'all were pissed because you got a white boy that stepped into Atlanta and replaced the guy that went to prison. Michael Vick was one of the most exciting players of all time.
Yeah.
Of all time. But excitement don't mean a damn thing when you ain't winning ball games.
Excitement and talent.
I'm sorry. This is me. Y'all can get mad at me. Y'all can say what you want, but I look at it like this. I look at wins and results. Michael Vick became a better quarterback when he went to Philly under Andy Reid.
You know,
That's when you saw. That's the Michael Vick that we should have had here in Atlanta, but we got rid of Dan Reeves, who was molding him.
We got Jim Mora,
and they got the first playoff win with that one. But hey, it is what it is. Like we say, you either get right or you get left. So if you ain't rocking with Matt, guess what? You gonna get left. We don't want to hear that BS when we start winning and you get to that point. So at this point, you either all in or you not. So before we start the next subject, we got to bring K-Dub into the building, man. What's going on, K-Dub? Welcome, welcome, welcome. And we're going to let you start off this next subject right here, my guy.
All right.
The firings in the NFL that could impact the NFL's landscape of coaching. We just saw Jim Harbaugh get hired by the Giants.
Oh, yeah.
And they were worse than we were. So with him going there with a championship pedigree, they expect for him to turn that team around because of his history with the Falcons right now. A lot of us are hoping for Clint Kubiak at this point. Bright offensive mind. What do you think Clint Kubiak could bring to this team, and what type of offensive coordinator do you think he's going to bring to this franchise if he comes here, and if we bring him?
I mean, well, I think he just bring a breath of fresh air, some new ingenious plays he's been calling. Like I said, like when we played against us early this year, we came out and we were kind of like hanging with Seattle in the first half because I was at that game. But he came out in the second half and opened up a can on us. So he's able to adjust on the fly and make halftime adjustments, things that Raheem and his staff weren't able to do. And I believe he's going to call plays here. He will bring an offensive coordinator with him, but I still believe that that's his calling card. He may call plays for the first few years he's here. Then he may pass over the duties. But I do believe that he'll want to call plays once he gets here, but he'll bring an offensive coordinator with him just to take on the duties or whatever to learn under him. But I'm not sure exactly who he'll peg to bring with him. But like I said, that's who we're hoping for. And it seems like it's I'm hearing on all sites that I'm reading that, it seems like the deal is pretty much done. I hope we didn't do any tampering, but, because that's what we got fined for before with the Kirk Cousins situation. So I just pray that we take our time, wait for the guys to get eliminated, whatever it may be. This is the first time I'm just wishing bad on the team. I hope Seattle gets smacked this weekend so we can get our head coach in here sooner than later.
Wait a minute. You say you hope they get smacked? See, K-Dub came in here with this energy like I got tonight. Here you go, K-Dub.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just keeping it real though. I mean, because he needs to be amending heads with Matt Ryan and like I said, moving toward our future, not what he did in Seattle. It was great what you did in Seattle, but that got you the job here in Atlanta. Now you need to start to build what the Atlanta Falcons identity and what our philosophy and what we're going to be about here. So I mean, I just hate. I mean, of course you don't want to see other teams win anyway, but I want to see Seattle get smacked around. I don't want them to look bad. I don't want them to look bad calling plays, but I do want them to get beat so we can go ahead and move on to the future of the Atlanta Falcons. Then we can go on. And I think we're going to have to wait even longer for our GM because they're saying that we're looking at the GM out of San Fran, so we may have to wait another week or so for him to become available. So, but it is what it is. We'll see. We'll get one of them. We'll either get the GM first if San Fran loses, and we may get our coach first if Kubiak loses. So that's where I am with it. I believe he'll call plays. He's going to be a breath of fresh air. He has a ingenious offense. You've seen what he's done with other quarterbacks that he's worked with in the past. The Sam Darnolds of the world. and Kirk Cousins. He worked with a lot of different quarterbacks. I think he'll get the most out of my guy Penix. That's what the key thing is for me. Whoever he brings on with him, I need him to bring excellent, because I know he's going to have a lot of duties on his plate, and being a new first-time head coach, I hope he brings an excellent quarterback coach. I know he's a great quarterback whisperer himself, but I need him to bring an excellent quarterback coach to help with the development of Michael Penix and whoever else we may bring in. Also, until Penix gets ready to get back in the starting spot. So that's just
I got a monkey wrench to throw in here real quick, because it's just what it is, and we got to talk about it. So here's the thing. The comments that we heard from Arthur Blank was when he said he thinks that Penix is going to be the future. I believe he should be, because you drafted him that high. You need to give him an opportunity to ball. Now, I'm finna play devil's advocate. At this point, I got to do it. I'm sorry.
Oh, here we go.
It's just for a moment. Get off your high horse, sir. It's just for a moment.
Raise up, Marabona.
Yes, I got to be the bad guy for a second. But here's the thing that I'm speaking on. I think that you need to bring another quarterback in to have a legit quarterback competition at this point.
No, I'm for that.
And what I'm saying is this. This year, we can't sit. I say this: if you're not going to bring in a Mac Jones, if this quarterback falls to number 2, go get him, Trinidad Chambliss. If he falls to the second round, like he's projected to fall, go get him. Because if you bring a guy like a Chambliss in here, okay, what makes it even is he's going to take his bumps and bruises coming in and playing while Penix is waiting, because I don't think we're going to keep Kirk Cousins. I think he's gone. That's just my opinion. I think he's gone. Maybe I'm wrong. But if you get rid of him and you got a chance to bring in a guy that you saw step in from Division II and slice that level up and come to the SEC and slice up the SEC the way that he did and ball out against Miami, you bring a guy like that here, because he doesn't understand quit. He plays all 4 quarters. But if you don't get him, you go get Mac Jones. You bring Mac Jones here. And this is how it goes. Let Penix heal up this year. I'm not trying to throw him. I want him to come back, but I'm not trying to throw him back into the fold unfit too soon. Because we've seen quarterbacks happen. And I get what they're saying about the doctors, but here's the thing. If you've never gone through a knee injury before, if you've never gone through an ACL injury, even if you do have it fixed, it's not just a physical process. It is a mental process. And most people don't understand that. Some guys, he's gone through it 3 times. We don't know how that's going to be for him coming back.
And please understand that we just had a quarterback that went through this couple years ago in Robert Griffith III. They rushed him back too soon, and what happened? He ran.
He got
and it ended his career.
It ended his career.
So I'm not saying rush nobody back. Let's get that clear. So, I'm for the Trinidad Chambliss argument, but I don't want Mac Jones though. He has an injury history also, so I don't want to have 2 injury mirrored quarterbacks. But I am for the Trinidad Chambliss. If he's there for us to get him in the 2nd, 3rd round, snatch him up, because I feel like he has things he needs to work on, because he applied for another year. He didn't get it, but I'm thinking that he has things he wants to work on in his game because he applied for another season at Ole Miss. But he's forced to come out now. But if he's there, I do believe we do jump on him, because we need to have a quarterback battle and somebody to push each other, both of those guys push each other. We don't know where Michael Penix will be. I know this is his 3rd knee injury, but we'll see how he is. They're saying he's working back with rehab. So all we can go is about what we hear, what they're putting out there. So, but do bring in another quarterback. Do bring in another quarterback to help push both of those guys to go battle.
So here's the thing. So Mac Jones had minor injuries. He never really missed time. He played through that. And that was something that I know firsthand, because Coach McGriff coached against him when he was at Bowles, The kids, put it this way. Bless
Sorry.
you. Good
Sorry.
Lord.
Sorry. I tried to
Boy,
mute
then
my
blow
mic.
out his spleen.
Yeah,
Boy,
you
them
about to blow your
kids
damn spleen
out.
out, man.
Nah, I'm trying to mute my mic before it happens.
But so here's the thing. Mac was a Pro Bowl as a rookie. Mac sat for 3 years at Bama and balled out. Literally ran through the SEC like Trinidad Chambliss did. Those minor injuries that he had, one was an ankle injury, but it didn't sideline him or whatnot. He played through that. So he's never missed significant time for injuries. And that's what we mean when we say durability. Everybody's going to get nicked up. Everybody going to get nicked up. But when you talk about a guy that's an Iron Man, that's a kid that don't miss. I know that firsthand. Coach McGriff will get in here and tell you the same thing. And who he was groomed by, I think Coach, God rest his soul, but when you talk about Corky Rogers, Florida high school legend, all his boys that he sent to the NFL have all been durable and have had all great careers. From Leroy Butler, Hall of Famer, from Edgar Bennett to play for the Packers as well, from Dez White, who played for the Bears and played for us, and now you got Mac Jones. This man has sent a ton of kids to the NFL, well, college, and then they went to the NFL. But all those guys are trained old school, and they're also all mentally tough, physically tough, and they've all been battle tested. You couldn't get through Corky Rogers in that system down at Bowles High School, same school that Chipper Jones played for. You couldn't get through there, and you were soft. It just didn't work. So that's why I said I know what his toughness is. I watched him, but I still believe Penix is our guy. But we could get him on a cheap deal right now. Get rid of this Kirk Cousins contract and have more money to bring in a wide receiver, a defensive back, and building up this offensive line that we need depth with so we can protect whether it's Penix or whether it's anybody that's back there as quarterback at this point.
But
I'm for everything you're saying. I'm not a fan of Mac Jones. You can say who we played for, Corky Rogers, Borky Rogers, whoever. I'm just saying I like the Trinidad Chambliss option and maybe some other guys out there. I'm just not a huge fan of Mac Jones like that. That's all.
I got you.
And
I just want a winner here because that boy done won high school state championships, won a national championship, and was playing on that team pretty much that could have got to the Super Bowl at that time when Jimmy G went out. So the man knows how to win. And he's had to wait his time. And when he gets in, he balls out.
Now, as far as a quarterback competition, it's probably not going to be this year because I don't believe Penix will be ready for training camp. I just don't.
I don't think he will either. I
truly believe they're going to slow. I truly believe they're going to slow play it. I don't think they're going to rush him back too soon. I think they're going to make sure that he's completely healthy and ready to go. So I'm thinking he's more so week 4, week 5. That's what I'm thinking. Week 4, week 5, we might see Michael Penix back in the fold. That's where you get to see, okay, now you can kind of have that quarterback competition because if whoever is the bridge quarterback till he gets back, if he's playing badly, are you going to throw Michael Penix in there right away? Or do you just kind of let him sit there for another week or two to kind of work his way into that rotation? So I really don't believe it's going to be the quarterback competition is more than likely going to come in 27 when Penix is healthy and if they bring in another quarterback to kind of push him. But I don't see that happening anytime soon.
I got to give a shout out to my boy. Shout out to Florida Ray. He's a Florida Gator and he's a New Orleans Saints fan. Oh, brother, listen, you've been messed up since the day you even started rooting in football, my boy. You've been jacked up from the neck up, but it's okay though. I appreciate you showing love. That's my guy. We always go back and forth on X. That's my guy right there. Good people or whatnot. Definitely one of the ones who we go back and forth. But hey, Ray, I got a question for you. I need you to hand me that dustpan after we swept y'all monkey asses this year. Give me that dustpan, sir. We need to sweep up them ashes.
Trash.
We had that Saints pack. We sweeping up ashes right now, sir. 2-0. You have nothing to say this year.
Trash.
Now, this is something so this is something else I was thinking about, like you were saying. If we do get Clint, the one thing that we can say in that offense, quarterback that you're going to get here is going to be mobile. Now, this is something that we talked about on John's show last night, and we all said this. The scary part about bringing a guy like Clinton here, and you're looking at how this offense is, I feel as if you need to give Penix a shot. I feel as if you need to give him a shot. Now, if he don't produce, guess what? He's entitled to go get whoever he wants because that's not his quarterback. He inherited Michael Penix. That's not his guy. He didn't draft him.
Yeah,
so on the business side, wait a minute, because I know you finna defend him. I'm just putting this out here.
I'm just saying you're correct. You're correct. I'm saying you're correct. That's all.
What I'm saying is this. If he does not produce, I think that whoever's the head coach, whether it's Kubiak or whoever steps in, should have the option to get their own quarterback at this point. They do, because your name is tied to this. Your job and your livelihood is tied to this if this man does not produce and you didn't bring him in. The same thing think about it. The same thing happened with Terry Fontenot. What screwed him up was the Kirk Cousins situation. But all that other stuff, he didn't bring half that garbage in. Arthur Smith did. And Myles Garrett has confirmed that on a couple occasions. And so did Steve Weiss when he was here. So at this point, we have to at least give Penix a chance when we get everything here and he gets healthy. I'm not trying to rush him back this year. I want him to be 100% because I don't want no excuses if we don't get it done.
I think he got this next year. I know he's coming back off injury, but I love Penix, but he just got next year because 27 is when you go get you a quarterback.
That's why I'm saying that's why I truly feel like the true quarterback competition.
We all
it's gonna happen in 27.
Yeah, we all watch college football. It's gonna be loaded with quarterbacks coming out in 27. I hate that you come back off injury, Penix. I'm a big fan. I'm looking it up, but you only got next year. You got to come back and run it off that injury. If you don't, you will not be in Atlanta Falcons uniform at 27.
Who would you go get out of that class, man? I want to hear what y'all think. Who would y'all go get out of that class if you had a chance, had a choice to be in that draft room and you had these quarterbacks that's coming out? Who would y'all go get?
I mean, it's gonna be. I mean, it really depends on who comes out and who you know what I'm saying, because everybody's development is different. You could be developed more next year versus what you did this year, from your junior to your senior year, or your sophomore to your junior year. So I mean, it's a lot of variables into that. I mean, that goes into it, but I mean, it's a lot of sexy picks out there, man.
I'm gonna tell you right now, Hiller can go down everybody's top draft board out of California.
Archie Manning. He's gonna be on everyone's draft board. Archie is the name. As of right now,
it's Arch though. Archie is the granddad with Arch.
Yeah, I agree. Archie's number one, but I think
shout out to Island Mike.
3 or 4.
Shout out to Island Mike, but here's the thing, Mike. Kubiak has Seattle in the playoffs with the best record in the NFC. You can't argue that. You can say what you want. If you're saying you're not sold on it,
journeyman quarterback at that.
Think about it. And yeah, he did it with a journeyman quarterback. And the problem is when he was in New Orleans, what the hell did he have to work with?
Come on, Island Mike, I'm with you, but you got to give me more than 1 year he got fired, because you know if you coach the NFL long enough, you're gonna have some bad seasons here and there.
Funky seasons.
But he's had more success than he had bad seasons. I'll give him that.
Man, and speaking of HBCUs, it was something that one of our guests said. The legendary Wild Bill Hayes, Coach Bill Hayes, 2-time national champ out of North Carolina A&T, put many guys in the league from Yancey Thigpen to Robert Newhouse and Timmy Newsome and a few other guys. But he said it when he was on here. There are 2 types of coaches. Coaches that are getting fired and coaches that are getting jobs. You're not a coach until you get fired or until you're getting a new job. And that's the thing. He got fired and then he went elsewhere and he shined. So again, when you look at that, that's one of the things you have to take into account. And speaking of HBCUs, got to give a shout out to our man, BirdCage alumni, Mr. Steve Weiss. He is going into the HBCU Hall of Fame. class of 2026, class of journalism, going in with Eddie Robinson Jr., who coached at Alabama State and played there. So shout out to Steve Weish, our guy. Howard University, stand up. Y'all got to be proud. You got one of your own in. And this is a beautiful thing to see a guy that worked his ass off from working down in Miami at the Miami Herald, covering the Heat, the Dolphins, then covering the Nationals, and then coming to the Falcons and then going to NFL Network. That is a hell of a career because a lot of guys don't have the longevity that you do. So shout out to you, Mr. Weish. We're giving you your flowers and thank you for coming into here. And we're going to get you this off season. So we got a little something for you. Now let's get to these next topics coming up. We're talking about coaching carousel at this point. A lot of people are talking about Mike Tomlin, and we're going to nip this in the bud. Mike Tomlin has 2 years left under contract with Pittsburgh, even though he stepped down.
And he's tired. The man's tired. And the man ready.
Very. 19 years.
He's gonna be on TV. He's not coaching again. I don't see it. At least not this year.
I can see him coaching again, but I see him pulling what's the coach of Denver?
Sean Payton.
Yeah,
Sean
but
Payton.
just take some time away,
Yeah,
man. Just breathe. Just breathe a little bit. And then you can survey when the next carousel opens, and then you can kind of hand pick where you want to go. I think that's what he'll do. That's just my opinion, but that's what I think he'll do.
And then he try to go to Vegas.
But I know somebody threw that out there. Some other dog fans. I know it's Jordan goes to Georgia, coming there to be an analyst. Just you don't really have to be an on-field coach. I don't know, but it's a pipe dream. But hey,
that man ain't trying to recruit, bro.
No.
You got to recruit as an analyst.
No, what I'm saying is he doesn't want to be in a situation where he has to be a recruiter. That's the whole thing. That was why he got away from college football. He said that in the interview. He said, "No,
I didn't know you had to recruit as an analyst, though. But maybe you do. I didn't know. I didn't know that.
I'll put it this way, man.
Okay.
When you sit back and you look at it, I don't think it's a bad thing to me. I think if he was to go to Georgia at this point, being an analyst, he definitely could bring a lot of experience to that defensive room and help those guys out, especially Glenn Schumann at this point. But outside of that, we're not gonna get into that because that's gonna be a whole nother segment. We'll say that for the
I got you.
But here's the thing: when you look at some of these coaches, Baltimore interviewed Brian Flores, and you see that he's been interviewed by us. I mean, we've interviewed quite a few coaches, but I think they're doing this because they really want Kubiak. But I will say this. If we're going to bring in a wide receiver coach, everybody keeps saying, bring in Sanu. Sanu's not coaching receivers. Where's his coaching experience? If I'm bringing in a guy that I know that can coach wide receivers, one of the best that played in this organization and unfortunately got fired by Morehouse, Mr. Terrence Mathis, a man that's been begging for a job, that has trained guys and still is training and helping coach guys. You got one of the best Falcons of all time at that receiver position that Julio had to pass, that Roddy had to pass.
There's another name that's out there, and a lot of people might not agree with me, but if you look at his track record, the man ain't been wrong yet. Steve Smith Sr. If you want a quarterback coach and a man who knows how to evaluate talent from that position, go get Steve Smith Sr.
Your wide receiver position.
If that's who you want to toughen up your guys, and really bring back that old school football from the receiver position, go and get him. Because he has yet to be wrong in the 5 years he's been scouting the receivers. All 5 years he's called who was going to be the Triple Crown winner, who was going to be the best receiver. And they're not even talking about the top 3 rounds. He's talking about all the guys from 4th and below. And he's yet to be wrong. So when you have that kind of eye and you understand football like that, you got to extend the olive branch.
Mike, you do realize that Clint Kubiak is an offensive coach, right?
Yeah.
You're saying that we need it. Why we interview 5 DCs? It's because you have to go through interviews. You can't just sit and just wait. You have to interview people. It's just a process. We've interviewed other offensive coaches already. Stefanski was interviewed. Don't want him here. but he was interviewed. That's 2 offensive coaches. So again, we've interviewed coaches. I think that they want Kubiak because this is my thing. Mike McDaniel already said, I'd rather be an offensive coordinator at a good situation opposed to being a head coach to a bad situation. So guess what?
I mean, that's just who Matt Ryan has pegged because his relationship to the Shanahan coaching tree. You know, that's what he played under. So, I mean, that's who we got our fingerprint on. We have to wait till he loses this weekend. I'm going to go ahead and put it out there and to speak it into existence, and then we can get our coach.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen. I truly believe it's gonna happen.
Hey,
and if I'm correct, the GM from the Niners, or he's buddies with Matt Ryan. Am I correct?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Matt Ryan know who he going. I know they got to go through the formalities, but that's why people were reporting this. He knows who. It might be deals already done. I hope we didn't do no I just pray we didn't do no tampering.
No. We went through the right channels this time, brother. We got the approval from the Seahawks, the Niners, and the league office to interview these people. We good.
Yeah, we good.
I just don't need no buffoonery going on again.
Tell me about it.
And
no, we gotta bring people in here who know how to hold water.
Yeah.
But here's the whole thing. If we're gonna sit there and go get somebody like that, you got to put yourself in a position to where you're going to bring somebody in here that is going to translate. Y'all might laugh at me when I say this, but there's another name I bring in here. He's sitting on the couch. He said he wanted to coach. Said this in an interview that he had earlier this year. Terry
coach. Okay, yeah, I like Terry.
Coach. He wants a position. Like a lot of people laugh when I say this, but here's the thing: Terry Robisky is one of the best running back coaches in the game. Outside of Bobby Turner, they moved Terry Robisky to the wide receiver spot, but he was an OC, and he also was a wide receiver coach, and he was a running back. Robisky was one of the first black players at LSU, ran for 1,000 yards, played for John Madden and the Oakland Raiders back in the day, was on those teams that won Super Bowls back in the day. And if you look at it, look at his track record. Marcus Allen, that was one of his prime proteges when Allen came out of USC. He had Bo Jackson there. I mean, Napoleon McCullum that was there. God, I hated that he broke his leg the way that he did on Monday night, but he had him balling. So if you look at it, and he came to Atlanta, and he had our wide receiver core humming when he was coaching the receivers. So again, you want to bring somebody in here that has respectability, has NFL experience, and can relate to these guys. I honestly think that he can help Bijan get his game to the next level. And that's just me. This is a running back coach.
What's our special team coach when we was on Hard Enough? We need to bring him back.
I forgot his name.
I want this guy.
I forgot his name.
He know how to shoot somebody out. Huh?
Keith Armstrong?
Yeah, you keep Armstrong.
Yeah, we need to bring him back. Where he at? If he's still kicking, we need to get him back in the field.
Hey, so here's my thing. If you gonna bring back somebody, why don't you bring back Brian Cox? He played those.
Oh yeah, bring back Brian Cox too. Bring back Brian. I like that. Bring back Brian Cox.
Look, Brian, hey, I'm just saying, but
and see if we can. And if we can't keep, if they don't keep Nate Ollie, see if we can bring what's the name? Because if you're not going to New York with Harbaugh,
Tom Monken.
Not Monken. I'm talking about old boy from Atlanta.
Chuck Smith.
Chuck. If we can see if we can get Chuck.
But we got Nate Ollie here. Nate Ollie ain't
what I'm saying, if I didn't know if they retain Nate Ollie or not. If they can't.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know how that went.
They not letting Nate Ollie go, and we literally had 57 sacks this year, and your rookie, that should be a defensive player of the year. We getting ready to get into that. Because that right there got me pissed off, and I know most of everybody is pissed off about it.
Hey, that's wrong, man. I don't be.
We got rookies.
They snubbed our guys, man.
I don't hit the horn.
This is my thing.
Yeah, you do.
No,
Xavier Watts, 93 solo tackles with 5 picks, tied Deion Sanders in the franchise with picks as a rookie. I still say the best corner we had in this franchise is Roland Lawrence, but most people don't know who he is. But it is what it is. But no disrespect to Prime, but he got that record for interceptions. But other than that, you got JPJ that's got 10.5 sacks. On some websites, he's got 11, and he's got more than any other rookie. And you don't even nominate these guys for Defensive Rookie of the Year. Hell, we'd have had 3 if Billy Bowman didn't get hurt.
Yeah, Billy Bowman coming on strong, man. I hated he got hurt. Yeah.
Shoot, and Jalen, because Jalen was injured this year too.
Yeah, they asked Jalen to do a lot more. I think he'll take off.
We miss you, dog.
The
wrong safety got released.
Who?
Hey, Jalen Hawkins, I know you're watching. We miss you, dog. The wrong safety got released.
Told you.
Everybody laughed. No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
No, you didn't. Because you was talking about Richie. Yeah. Don't think we forgot about that. We got these episodes recorded. Now, don't make me pull the clip of that.
That was a joke.
No, it wasn't. You was riding with Richie Grant. I ain't trying to hear that.
Who?
You did. You like Richie.
It was a joke.
But you know what, though? Cam, it's okay. Because we got laughed at when we said that Jalen Hawkins was the guy that you should have kept. Marquise Bell should have been here instead of Richie Grant. I've said this, and you look at it. Look who made it to the second contract. Bell's still with Dallas. I'm just saying. Bell's still with Dallas. He on his second contract, and your boy that got traded.
You triggered Cam though.
Cam, no, I didn't trigger Cam.
Yeah,
Cam saw that Jalen Hawkins got released. That's why Cam is hot about it.
No, you said Richie Grant and he just went off. He just triggered the
Man, look, we gotta make some fun out of this, man. Because
them are the names that got Fontenot up out of here, man. The Richie Grants of the world. I mean, them the guys got him out of here, man. I'm like, Fontenot, you can't select these guys and think you're gonna skate by. I understand you brought in the Jalen Walkers and the JPJ, but we got them we got the Richie Grants out here, man.
Richie was under that Dan Quinn regime. Dan Quinn brought that joke in. That's why I was pissed.
Who would work?
Man,
Richie Grant or Degman power forward out of freaking Wisconsin when we drafted.
Damn, sour.
Who would work?
Lord Jesus. We not gonna talk about who's working. No.
But who would work? Who would work?
We done had some bad draft picks.
What? Look,
and Troy Anderson still hiding on the pup list somewhere. I'm trying to figure out
No. You got to remember, Richie Grant was under, as I said before, the Dan Quinn regime.
Okay. We'll give you the Dan Quinn. Okay. I'm gonna be quiet about Richie Grant.
No.
He had a bunch of misses, man. We had some misses.
Wait a minute. That was Dimitrov that got him. Look, that's what got him up out of here. Look, Cam's still traumatized about that. Cam, I got you, dog. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry.
Oh, you brought him up.
Hey, man, look. Cam just check it. Hey, Cam, it's okay, dog. We get ready to coordinate. We got to coordinate. It's good. We going to be all right, bro.
Ain't enough coordination in the world.
Ain't enough coordination in the world.
Oh, God.
You traumatized Cam.
I'm sorry, Cam.
Why
hey, man, let me
why
get those
Anderson
kids
still
back
have a
up.
job? Why does this man still have a deck?
We don't know. We don't know. We don't
This
know.
is a sick Negro.
Hey,
Why
I'm sorry,
does this man still have a job?
No, my bad. No, you're right. Richie was in 21. That's my fault.
That was
Why
one of the
Why?
biggest letdowns that Terry Fontenot did.
Boy, hey.
Not getting the Kobe Dean, but getting the freaking Troy Anderson. Lord have mercy.
Don't
Yeah, man.
listen.
It's
Don't
some
get
more,
ready to
man.
get ready to
We
look.
just ain't thinking hard. There's some more. He had some
Thank you.
misses, man. He had some misses.
N'Kobe is about to get released by Philly because they pretty much got his replacement with the kid from Alabama. He's had injury issues, but when he's on the field, he's been a force for that defense. And if they decide to let him go, bring him here because the intelligence that he brings and how he's adjusted, I'm okay with bringing him here for. You're not going to get max money because of the fact that you missed time, but he's pretty much at the end of his rookie contract. Guess what? You can get him here on a solid deal, and Philly will be willing to come up off of that.
Get him.
Because you need linebacker.
You might get him for 2 and 10 or something like that. 2 years 10. That would be a perfect deal for him right now.
I don't care. Get him.
Hey, so Brian, the Jalen Mayfield pick was Arthur Smith. That was a Jalen Mayfield. That was Arthur Smith. Myles Garrett confirmed that.
Lord.
So again, we ain't even gonna look. You know what?
Why would you say that? Why would you say that name? Why?
Everybody gonna be gonna be up in here and they feelings about this one. So we ain't even gonna do this.
Another one, the Philly game. Oh, bro.
Hey, so let's get to something positive for everybody up in here. Let's go ahead and just pep it up. Just bang, bang. Let's pep it up for y'all. Like Pop say, bang, 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 bang.
Michigan dominant offensive line.
Uniform changes, ladies and gentlemen. We got a chance to see if we gonna get something good. Do we go back to the old red helmets, or are they gonna keep these black helmets and keep losing? I'm just asking. I would like to go back to the throwbacks.
All these samples coming out looking like red helmets. I'm not sure, what the rest of the uniform, but I think the red helmets will be a part of bringing that back. They're trying to do everything to get these people to come back in the stadium and PSLs, man. I mean, I'm for it. I do love the old throwback uniforms anyway, but I'm not sure exactly what the rest of it look like. But I believe the red helmets will be a part of it.
Yeah, I think we're gonna get a lot more of the red helmet this year. A lot more.
Burn all of it.
Got a winning record.
Burn all of it. Start all the way over. Don't bring no more throwbacks. Don't bring back the red. Burn it all. Start from the beginning. Trash everything.
Boy,
burn it all.
You trying to this man. Good Lord.
Oh, you trick. Why you gonna try to trigger my dog, man? Hey, man, I gotta give this to you, D. Craig.
Once you get that.
You can't be triggering my buddy like that. No.
Hey, don't do that. Don't do. Don't.
Cam.
You didn't hear that. You didn't hear Cam.
Hey,
you didn't hear it.
You know
you
what?
Didn't see it.
You didn't hear it.
No, he saw it. Hey, no, he saw it. He saw it. Hey, man.
It happened.
Hey,
breathe in, do the
Cam.
Release.
Cam, you looking like Joe Frazier's son that he got knocked out by Foreman. That's what you looking like right now. Rest in peace to smoking Joe Frazier, by the way. It was his birthday the other day, my fellow Capricorn. Shout out to Joe.
More like Marvin Frazier when he got took out by Mike Tyson. But
shoot. Hey, but that's the only time you seen him knocked down, but he wasn't knocked out. He kept getting up. Marvin's got knocked out.
That dude collapsed on the side of the rope.
Marvin was sitting like this. Joe was just trying to get the hell out the way. He said, I realized when I got hit the second time, he said, it's too much power in here for me. He said, And he said that on the interview. He said, he said, maybe if I'd have beat him, we'd have Frazier grills instead of Foreman grills. But hey, rest in peace to them champs, man.
Frazier grills instead of
don't ever hear that R word again. Lord have mercy.
Oh Lord.
Gee.
Hey Cam, you might as well set your appointment up with the VA and get your meds, boy. This joker done traumatized the hell out of you. Good Lord.
Take a shot.
You need help.
I'm telling you, man.
Jesus.
Go ahead and get you a shot, man. Go ahead, man. The BirdCage authorized you to take one shot.
Hey, but getting to it, the combination I like to see, just gonna be honest. I like to see the gray breeches back. I like to see the red jerseys back. I'm talking not the crap that we went to the Super Bowl and lost in. No, I'm talking about silver numbers, silver box numbers with the old classic Falcon on the sleeve. Or you can add a modification to it or two. I'm okay with that, but I'd like to see us go back to those uniforms, red helmet and white face mask, not that black face mask, the white face mask. If we're gonna go old school, let's go old school all the way.
Or the face mask could be gray.
The red and silver.
Yep.
The red
You're
and
right.
silver.
We can go back to the gray face mask too, 70s. I'm okay with that.
The red and silver.
That's the one I got in the man cave. That's why I said that. I got the gray one.
Man, I know. I got the look. I got the replica. You know the guy that wears the replica red helmet? I actually got the replica red helmet here in the office with the gray face mask. So I'm with you on that.
yeah, that's the one right there. So that's what I was saying. But yeah, it'd be nice, man. I know he's trying to say start all the way over, but the one that the historian is describing is a very nice uniform, man. I mean, you know,
that man ain't trying to talk about no.
Or look, if you're not going to go with the red helmet, I say make the white jerseys with the red numbers and silver pants alternate as well for away games. Let's go with that too.
I like that idea. I like that.
Or if you're not going to do that, guess what? Go back to, if you're going to just wear black jerseys with the block numbers that we wore in the 90s, get the shiny silver pants, please, that they had. That's what you got to get. Get those silver pants with the black jerseys and the black helmets if you're going to do it.
I like to have a little alternate. I know some other teams have done it, but I like that all white. You know, I think a couple teams got it, but I kind of like that.
We got to change. No, we got to change it up now. We got to be different.
No, he's right. The all white uniforms that they wore in the 70s with the black helmets and the black numbers. You're absolutely right, K-Dub. I actually like that. I like that idea going back to all white. Steve Barkowski's young days.
Yeah, I'm just saying, I mean, as an alternate uniform, that may not be what we wear standard, but it'd be nice to pull it out for certain games, maybe a Monday night or something like that.
John, I think you need to go back to the classic logo. I don't think you need to modify it. That's just me.
Yeah, the classic logo would have been
classic
better.
logo.
I think they got too far away from the original. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. I think that original was actually better. They're like, man, y'all trying to do too much.
He said Ritter, yo.
Dude,
hey,
let it go.
Go, man. Let it go, man.
Let it go.
Let it go.
You act like this. You act like this man. You act like this man that took your cookies and literally just took everything out your pockets, bro. Let it go.
Hey man, Fabulous
hit it back. And he said, "Cookie monster."
Hey man, Fabulous hit it back, man. You gotta breathe, man. I mean, for real, you gotta. I mean,
straight like that. Breathe,
man.
Man, boy, we got to help you out, man.
Ritter though, bro. Like, why would you say up his name? Like, you could say anything else. You have to say that one. Like,
hey man, y'all done traumatized the hell out of my boy tonight, and y'all done put him up in this funk. Hey man, call your provider, and call your primary and get you an appointment at the VA, because you need to talk to somebody.
Man,
need to talk to somebody at this point, bro.
You could. So, do you realize we had Rex Grossman on our team?
He was still better than Ritter.
Dog, he looked like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
Still better than Ritter.
He robbed us for $1 million for one game.
Still better than Ritter.
Out of
still
shape.
Money well spent. I would take a Joey Harrington with one leg than Desmond Ritter any day.
Chris Redman.
I take him too.
No, you will not take Chris Redman. You better stop this,
bro. On my son.
Now you got me triggered.
No,
Redman.
On my son and my daughter.
Hold up.
Ever in life?
Listen. Hey, hold on, wait a minute, Cam.
Desmond Ritter.
Cam, I need you. First off, I need you to let it go. It's over. It's done. I need you to go ahead and this is what I need you to do.
boy.
I'm just doing my job, bro. Yes, and for those who don't know, T.I. copped a great sample from Bloodstone, what you just heard. That's called I'm doing my job. Yes. If you heard trap music, you know I'm doing my job. That's the sample right there. For you young pups out here that don't know nothing about no real music. Now, T.I. flipped it and did some damn good things with it now. I ain't gonna lie. Kanye West did his thing with that sample. But guess what? You gotta let me do my job, man. We gotta bring this stuff to the public. It's okay. I'm gonna tell you like this. Get over it. Get out your feelings. You ain't coming back. It's okay. We got a whole new damn regime in here. Let it go. Let it go and just pretty much let us do our job, bro. We got this. Chill. Now,
I want to let it go like his hairline. I just can't. I can't.
Oh,
can't.
Come on.
I can't.
so what I'm gonna do now, and this is what we gonna do just to be on some stuff right here. I'm gonna drop the link. We're gonna have about 15 more minutes that we're gonna have real quick, and we're gonna let some folks in, and we're gonna let you guys talk a little bit about how you're feeling about the new regime, because we haven't done this in a while. So we're gonna let you guys come in for a few minutes and talk to us. So I dropped the link. We already know who's gonna probably be the first one to come up in here.
Oh yeah.
We already know who's gonna be the first one to come up in here.
Hey, look, we don't want to hear about no pink slips, okay? All right, you got everybody out. You got everybody out.
Clean
Okay?
out.
I'm letting
Everybody's
you know
gone.
this now.
Clean.
Don't bring your ass.
You got what you
Don't bring
want.
your ass
Don't
here
come here
crying
talking about five no damn man. Give
Hey,
these folks a chance to build.
Clean.
Hey,
Whoever we bring in, give them a chance to build.
hey, don't bring your ass in here crying tonight. we already got one that's crying in here. We finna put our foot on his neck. Don't come in here crying tonight if you go come.
I'm like, we gotta change your name because these people just getting in the door. You can't be like 555. You got everybody. We shouldn't even hear Rich McKay name no more. We got him out the bill. So find you somebody else to play with, pink slips.
Hey, he about to fire the ticket counters.
Yeah, I gotta go.
Hey man, well, you know what? If he gonna fire folks, man, you need to get behind that ticket counter and just.
I'm just doing my job.
All right, you know I had to throw that up there for y'all.
This man got triggered by 3 names.
Hey man, y'all listen. This the worst thing that y'all ever let me do is figure out how to have these damn sound bites to cut up. It's the worst thing to do.
We know. We know.
And if you come in here, please do not say 3 names. Please.
No. Don't say nothing. Hey, it is what it is. Cam, put your big boy pants on. Like we say in the military. Put your big boy pants on and walk through it. Tighten your boots up, son. Let's go.
Please.
So we dropped the link in the chat. If y'all want to come in and chat with us and talk about everything that's going on with the Falcons, with coaches that you might like, the press conference with Matt Ryan, we're definitely going to open it up because normally we're serious with some things. We got through the topics. We want to open this up to the fans right now because we want to hear what you got to say. I'm going to drop the link over in also in X as well. So,
Jamal Anderson.
I called this earlier. We got freaking Dominique Kelly going to Ohio State after he left Georgia. Lord Jesus.
Wow.
It is what it is. Hey, you know what? I'm feeling generous tonight. Normally we have people to pull up their cameras, but tonight I'm gonna let that slide. If you're having some camera issues, it's okay tonight. I'm in a good mood for right now. Hey, GA Texas boy, what it do? And we got the Crooked Deacon John in here.
What's up, guys?
Oh,
What's going on, everybody?
Can I do this one more time for y'all? John, yeah. I'm taking you back to your days where you had the kufi and the afro, John. Take a listen.
Man had that afro looking nice.
John, you remember that, don't you?
Cadillac looking nice.
That came out during the Let Your Soul Glow.
Late 70s. Hey, I'm just doing my job. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, see this right here is the result. This is the result of being a barber, son. Experimenting with that lie. That doggone Jerry curl, the California curl, all that stuff there, man. Activator, Royal Crown hair grease, real cream. I mean, man, look here. That coconut
Crown.
Yeah, that coconut, what is that? Afro sheen, all that type of stuff, man. Look here.
Man.
Boy, I tell you.
Probably
Good
drinking that
time.
Thunderbolt.
Good
Not
time.
Thunderbolt.
He said the
He is
Thunderbolt.
Thunderbolt.
Lord Jesus, boy.
Oh, man.
John with that grape juice and Thunderbolt in his hate day, wasn't you?
No. It was Boone's Farm, Thunderbird. Boone's Farm, Thunderbird, Mad Dog, and Schlitz malt liquor.
It's lit malt liquor. That's lit malt liquor. He done had a throwback right there.
Coke 45 too.
So wait a minute. So you had the bull with the orange label. Yeah, my granddaddy used to hit that back in the day.
Oh man, look
that
here.
Billy D. Williams. Call that Billy D. Williams.
Yeah, man. And hey, it's good to boil crabs in too.
Hey,
Okay.
Cam, John said, hey, look, I played that. I took John back to his days when he had that stinking Lincoln, that long Lincoln he used to have, boy, cruising
Burgundy.
Atlanta back in the day.
Burgundy.
Man, let me tell you.
With the white top.
See, these youngers don't know what a smooth riding car is.
Yeah.
They don't
smooth riding
know.
stuff.
They do not know where you could sit on one side and the driver's side and reach your arm over across and couldn't even touch the door on the other side.
But he's like,
Couldn't touch.
yeah. You didn't even reach your arm on the other side.
Hey, let me tell you something. The sexiest thing they ever see is one of them big boys crossing the railroad track. That move just get
Smooth.
down there, lift up a little bit, shake, finish off just as smooth as that. Oh man, shoot, don't even get me talking about that, bro.
But speaking of smooth, John, when you see the smooth transition that the front office made, bringing Matt Ryan in at this position, when we talk about the football mind, how do you feel about him getting a position now to where you got a football mind in here that actually played the game and understands it? We went away from what Rich McKay was doing. Rich McKay went from an organization where he built it from the ground up, but now you got a guy that played in this organization, knows what it takes to be a Falcon, and knows what it's like to win ball games. How do you feel his smarts is going to bring to the table when it comes to being able to build a team with talent?
It's one thing to have, there you go, 77 cup. Okay, let me stay on point.
Let me
stay on point. I am in a wait and see mode at this point because right now, okay, a lot of people's number one choice has been eliminated because, the Mara family being up in New York, they made him an offer he couldn't refuse.
Yep.
He'd have been in the bottom of the East River had he said no. Everybody knows. Okay.
Everybody knows.
Everybody know, But now is when the real job begins. The real job begins because of the fact that you don't have that number one prima donna, the person that everybody is saying that you should have got choice. Now is where the real work begins. And we will see just how this new organization and this new structure is going to work and choose both the general manager as well as the head coach. Now, I'm understanding that there may not be a hire until after this next round of the playoffs because, certain people won't be available until Saturday and Sunday. Okay. So You know, I am very, very interested to see how this thing works out. I'm very interested to see how this thing works out. And you know, as we discussed last night, and I wish you guys were there because, hey man, we had a good time last night talking about this stuff. You know, there are mixed feelings all the way around as far as Matt Ryan being hired to that particular position. I support the logo. I support the Atlanta Falcons logo. The Falcons have picked this man. Okay, I'm supporting. You know, I'm supporting Matt Ryan. Hey, Matt Ryan, I hope you do fine. I hope you do well. However, I got a size 13 quad E that I catch roaches in the corner with. Hey, anybody can get it.
We already know.
Anybody can get it.
Everybody be ready to get fired.
And one thing about it though, see, I don't give first year coaches and first year regimes smoke. I let them go ahead and, you know, get your feet wet, get yourself together, these are going to be baby steps this first year. You know, but I do reserve the right that if I see something that don't look right, I'm gonna ask some questions. Hey, you know, hey, what you do that for? You know, why is this and why? You know, I'm gonna ask those questions. And any Falcons fan should. Any Falcons fan should. So, you know, that's why I am with it. You know, I think that he's gonna, you know, with Matt Ryan being in the broadcast booth for that time, he's made some relationships and, you know, started to, you know, branch out and connect with people that can help him. You know, he's got that. That's coming. He got that. I'm just interested to see how it's going to pan out. I'm just going to be sitting back here waiting.
Well, I'll say this. When you sit back and you look at what we have right now, I really believe that we need to lock down this general manager spot. I know we've been talking about coaches, but the most important thing right now is this general manager spot. And as this thing wants to tweak, but the general manager spot needs to be solidified at this point. I think we need to go after Ian Cunningham, but if we don't get him, as K-Dub was saying earlier, you got that guy that's from San Francisco. To me, I feel like it's only three logical candidates at this point for me when it comes to general manager. And I know Cunningham has won championships at two different franchises, one with Philly and one with Baltimore. He was schooled under Howie Roseman, and I trust him because he was also schooled by Ozzie Newsome, the legendary tight end. That's what a GOAT tight end is, by the way, since y'all want to talk GOAT, and general manager who brought 2 Super Bowls to Baltimore. That's what you call a man that understands the game and understands how to bring in talent. If I'm Matt Ryan, I'm leaning on Ozzie Newsome to get some information and get some nuggets at this point. That is who I'm leaning on because the man got 2 championships. The man has drafted Hall of Fame players. He got 3 Hall of Famers. Jonathan Ogden he drafted, Ray Lewis, Ed Reed, possibly a 4th with Terrell Suggs.
Yeah.
So again, if we're gonna sit back and talk about it, and you still got Holy Nada, who's another one that should be in the Hall of Fame. So all I'm saying is this: talk to Ozzie Newsome and understand the intricacies of your job and what the front office tells of a former player. Let me pop out and pop back in because this right here just pissed me off. Damn you, StreamYard.
Oh yeah, StreamYard, man. It's just like Verizon.
It's StreamYard.
Yeah, Verizon and StreamYard, man, they must be the same people. They got to be the same people. Cause see, man, I tell you something else too. T-Mobile, ever since they joined with Sprint, man, I'd be better off with a can and some string. So them jokes, boy,
Trash.
I mean, just horrible.
Trash.
So
That's why I left him.
But and something else too, and this question kind of alludes to something I wanted to say about it, because matter of fact, I was
Well,
on the
why would he
radio
want the
earlier
Falcons? Is
tonight.
because we're the best option as of right now with who's left open. So, do you want to go to a team that has a roster that's built to win, or do you go to a team that's terrible and you're gonna have to build up and maybe get 2, maybe 3 years to coach it? So, I mean.
Well, is it
like
is it
Ryan was
all?
saying, if we are going to go GM, right? Can we find a person like Chicago did with Ryan Poles? Because when they hired him, everyone laughed. Everyone laughed at Chicago. And if you look in the 3 years that he's been the GM, they've progressively gotten better every year, and now they're in the playoffs.
Yep.
They allowed that man to grow that team the way he wanted to do it. They gave him complete access to do it his way, and look at what that team has become in a short 3 years. We've gone through this twice in a span of 6 years. Head coach, OC, DC, and front office. We've done it twice in 6 years.
Yeah.
Can we please take our time in doing this? Like, don't rush it. Just because you like somebody, you need to flip over every rock, every tree, every flower. You need to find the right person who's going to come in here and do the job that needs to be done, whether that's moving people out the door, firing people, whatever the case is. Because with the last regime, we had two. Again, I said it once again. I think Raheem is probably a cool person. He probably is. But as a head coach, he absolutely sucks. He was too attached to the people he brought in. Had he listened and removed certain players, he may still be here. But he was too attached to the people he brought in and not the franchise and not the logo. He was more loyal to his people than to the team itself. And you saw it, how it played out with the players as well as the front office, because there was a lot of rumblings talking about how they asked him to fire Zach Robinson and he told them no. And from that point on, they lost all trust in him. But they didn't want to fire him because they said you might as well just finish out the season. We need to stop with the shenanigans and the funny business, because I'm tired of being the laughing stock. I'm sick of it.
So
I'm tired of it.
So hold up, I got one for you. You asked the question. If we don't get Kubiak, go get Joe Brady. Y'all want to sit back and talk about somebody else who's an offensive mind? Go get Joe Brady. Give him an opportunity. If we don't get Kubiak, Joe Brady should be your next. That should be your next person that you should talk to at this point. And here's the thing. I still don't understand, and I'm with you on this, Nando. Why the hell is Louis Riddick not being talked about?
Either that he doesn't want to.
Why the hell is Louis Riddick not getting an opportunity?
How about not been saying this man's name for weeks? How about
But
that?
you know what? I was saying this man's name when we hired Terry Fontenot. I said Louis Riddick. But again, Louis Riddick is the type of guy that's going to buck the system. John, that's your type of guy. He going to buck the system. And Louis Riddick is a guy that's going to speak his mind just like he does in broadcast in the boardroom a little bit louder. Nice guy, but he going to tell the truth. And I don't think that people in that boardroom can handle that. But you know what? Tough. A lot of us fans are tired of listening to, oh, we're going to wait till next year. Oh, get the hell out of here with that. Give me somebody in here.
Go ahead.
Give me somebody in here that's going to kick ass this year and take names 2 years from now or 15 years from now. Think about it. Bill Walsh said his apologies to everybody on his deathbed. And when he was going downhill, Bill Walsh didn't apologize for cutting a Ronnie Lott, getting rid of a Joe Montana, handling business to move forward. So again, I need somebody that's cutthroat like that, because guess what's going to happen? You're going to get people that's going to play out of their minds because they're understanding that every check isn't promised. If Hall of Fame legends like that can get cut, what makes you think nobody else can? Bring me somebody in here that's cutthroat as a GM that handles business, gets the best out of guys and gets rid of them before they fall out of their prime.
I'm surprised he hasn't been interviewed by any team.
Who's that?
He
Riddick?
was one of the hottest people last year. He was always a runner-up.
But the
But
thing
here's the
is,
thing.
though, he's a guy that don't take no mess from nobody. That's the whole thing.
And that's the thing. So it's two things that need to be done as far as the front office goes, honestly. One, we need to remove the word collaborative. Because again, in anything that's successful, there is a cut and dry chain of command. Number two, if you look at what Terry Fontenot did in year 4, combined from years 1 through 3, that was a collaborative draft. He didn't have the final say in who was brought in here.
No.
If you look at what happened last year when he was given the keys to the Lamborghini and allowed to drive, what happened? He hit on every player he drafted. Not one player did not make an instant impact on this team.
Right.
Moving forward, there should only be 2 people that have a say-so when it comes to the draft. 3 people. Matt Ryan, the GM, and the head coach.
That's it.
Anybody else does not even need to be in the room because your opinion is invalid. It does not matter.
And that was part of the reason why our franchise was the way it was. We had too many chiefs and not enough Indians. And we didn't have a correct structure or a chain of command, like you said, from the owner all the way down to the freaking coach. Like you said, 3 people need to be in that draft board, in that draft room. That's it.
And see that, okay. That was another thing we were talking about on radio tonight. Because see, people were trying to paint Terry Fontenot as this inept, didn't know what he was doing, somebody that messed up the first 2 years he was here. Man, you know, I had to do everything that I could do to keep from cussing, because I've always said about Terry Fontenot and with Arthur Smith and the structure that they had. You got head coach hired before the general manager. Neither one of them could tell the other one no, because the general manager is supposed to be on top of the head coach, but they both reported to Rich McKay. So anything that they did by mistake or anything that happened or any draft pick, such as drafting a damn tight end in the first round with the number 4 overall pick, you gonna try to hold Terry Fontenot responsible for that?
Oh, Heavenly Father.
You know, that's what you gonna try to do. Because see, the thing is, the way that the situation was, it was just like, well, I make this analogy and I hope it passes, but it's just like farting in the elevator. And somebody come and mash the button and the door open, everybody in the elevator stink. You don't know who did it, but everybody in the elevator stink. That was the same way that it was with who was responsible for that pick, who's responsible for that draft while Arthur Smith was here. But you could clearly see what Terry Fontenot did last year and the year before. You know, this man, even though we don't have a first round pick in 2026, he went back into the draft this year, got a second first round pick, and both people showing out. Both people put the defense on the map. You have a defense now because of what that general manager did. But see, thing is, he got swept up with Raheem, you know, just like, you know, just got swept along. When the flood came, he went downstream with everything. But Terry Fontenot, thank you very much. Appreciate it, bro, because you gave us a defense that we haven't had here in umpteen years. Definitely.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Nando,
welcoming back to the chat. We got our boy Nando in here. So what's going on?
Man, I'm with Cam on the Lewis Riddick situation. Why he ain't even been mentioned for the job. Kick the tires on this one. You got to. No stones left unturned in this situation. We got to get this one right. Not it's gonna set us back 10 more years.
Yeah. It will.
Because
We got to get this one right. We don't get this one right. We look at it might be 8 more years.
We the Cleveland Browns all over.
And we around here looking like some mid.
What, 9 consecutive years, nine consecutive losing seasons, three overhauls, the Dan Quinn, Arthur Smith, and Raheem. That's 3 regimes in 9 years. 3 of them. So again, when you really look at it, when you truly look at it, Louis Riddick has been the president of player personnel. He's worked in the front office. He's been a scout. So when you have a man who understands the logic of football, not just the sport, but the logic behind it and why things are successful and why they fail, he knows it ultimately starts and ends with those in the front office. With Atlanta, we've had way too many yes men, way too many company men that just go with everything that's just being said. Sometimes with success, there has to be a little chaos thrown into it. You need someone that's going to shake up the system, kick it, do what needs to be done to reboot it and get it back to where it's supposed to go. We haven't had that person yet. And I go back to this past season again. When you look at what Terry Fontenot did with this franchise, every pick that he made was a solidified, bona fide pick that came in and had an impact immediately. He only had 1 year, and then because of what happened in the past, he's given the boot because he had to work with other people who truly didn't understand football in the way that he knew football. He came under a Mickey Loomis who understood how they had no money but was still able to go get superstar talent with zero money. He did that here. Unfortunately, there was too many mistakes that were made that he could not fix because those were the people he hired. He hired Raheem. He agreed to hire Zach Robinson. He agreed to hire the DC. Those were his hires.
Hey, hold on, Cam. Who's got the water going in the background?
I'm still trying to figure that one out.
Nando, I think that's you. Yeah, that's Nando.
Man, we won't Carnival there for a second.
My bad, fellas.
I'm looking at everybody's screen. I'm like, what is that?
Hey, look.
I'm in here chicken Alfredo in. So my bad, fellas.
Hey, man. Hey, man, don't do me like that, Nando. I'm hungry.
Nando,
I got a plate for everybody. Y'all want one? You know, I got a plate. I send one up the fender to my boy Ryan.
Nando, I'm cool with the plate. Look, you took me back to my military days being out at sea. That's
oh man, no.
It sounded like the ocean.
Yeah, like I was about to fall asleep.
The overhead. That was the overhead fan on the stove.
And then that didn't sound like the overhead fan though, but
what's going on?
You see it went off right there. That's that fan.
Yeah. We got it now, but I'm sitting there looking at everybody's screen. I'm like, what?
Hey, what's going on, Uncle Louis? Tyler Uncle just joined the chat. Appreciate you.
What's up, Uncle Louis?
I hope we keep your nephew.
But let's be real, fellas. When we look at everything that we got going with this team, there's an opportunity for these guys to do their job. As I said, I played the song earlier. That was the theme of this episode. We hunting for coaches, and guess what? They're just doing their job.
Mm-hmm.
And at this point, at this point, you either gonna do your job or you gonna lie like a rug. Pretty much. That's how that's gonna be. We're gonna put you down and walk right over you like everybody else does. So again, sitting back thinking about it, the Falcons have a golden opportunity to bring in somebody with a ready-made team already that's got talent that you can add to it. And at this point, you have to get it right. If you do not get it right this time, again, if it'll set us back. And the best way to describe it, I give you this, John. Nando, you gonna hate it. Look at that 1980 team. Literally could beat anybody that year. Won the division for the first time. Lose to Dallas at the end of that game, the way that they did. And then the next year, then it was 81. Then 82 was the last year they went to the playoffs and lost to Minnesota the way that they did. And then after that, we fell off until Derek Glanville came back in 91. I got you. I got to mute that because I know a lot of people finna start thinking about being out at sea again here in that water. I know you cooking, Lando. It's all right. Look, at least you productive with yours. We'll be brushing his teeth in front of us if y'all remember.
Will done did everything on camera, man. Will done did everything on camera, man. Will done went on a date on camera. I'm on a date.
We was about to order dinner for his date. What you playing?
Man, my next question is what's gonna be his new nickname for the next season? We got to throw away Pink Slip.
Yeah, because we can't.
I ain't going away Pink Slip because look, the day that we lose the first game, hey man, this regime is just horrible. You got to fire everybody. That's gonna be the first game we lose. You gonna hear that on every look. We'll be on everybody podcast saying the same thing about firing folks. Am I lying, John?
No, I'm wondering why I still got a damn job myself.
Hey, he better hold on. Tell him to
I
hold
don't know how I dodged it. I don't know.
Yeah, tell him to hold the Pink Slip for a season. You got to give these guys a chance to get their feet wet, like John saying, man. But hold the Pink Slip in your pocket for a season or something.
In my opinion, we got to get them at least 11, 12 games next season, man. They let them turn. They got to turn the ice water over to some good boiling water. We got to get the good pot cooking.
Will give them 2 preseason games.
I'm gonna tell you right now. Look, Will gonna give them boys 3 games.
Preseason.
I'm calling it there.
I'm gonna stretch it to 4. I'm gonna stretch it to 4 for my boy. I'm gonna stretch it to 4 for my young brother.
I don't want him in training camp for a scrimmage. Somebody might get fired up there at the scrimmage.
Hey, John, you know why Will gonna do that? Will is just pretty much doing his job, just like the song say.
Yeah, hey man. Hey man, and see,
I had to cut up a little bit, man. I had to play that for y'all one more time, man. But this just one of them nights where we feeling good. We throw a little old school in there for you. We can throw some other stuff in there sometime. I know this episode gonna get flagged for copyright because I played it, but oh well. It is what it is today.
It definitely is. Fair use. Fair use.
It's a new day behind the bird logo. It's a new day.
Hey man, they pulled down Aaron Murray's channel and they got a college football show. They took down their channel on YouTube. So again, y'all got to be careful with that, and that's a paid show. You get what I'm saying?
What Aaron Murray did?
No, they just pulled it down. I don't know why. They're paid syndication.
Yeah, they paid.
So again, y'all got to be careful for my fellow content creators that's out here right now that's tuning in. Thank y'all for support, man. We try to support you guys on your shows too. Please be careful because YouTube is cracking down on a lot of stuff. So if you do have a YouTube channel, please be careful. You don't want your channel pulled down, removed, and you really just want to make sure if you're being monetized on it, monitor your channel. Take care of it because if you don't, it's gonna get pulled down. But
be careful out there,
man. The last few minutes of this here, I definitely appreciate John, Nando for coming in, the magnificent BirdCage crew as always. Y'all appreciate y'all for stepping in. Final thoughts. We're not even into the draft yet, but going into the draft, what would you like to see pulled in the second round for that first pick?
Defensive tackle.
I'm gonna say some offensive lineman.
John.
Offensive lineman, and you know what I want.
Yeah. You want
Sherman Clump.
John want that.
Yeah,
John
we know
want
what you
We know what you
You
want.
know what I want.
Sherman Clump.
I describe it. John wants somebody that put their belly in a wheelbarrow. He ain't got no ankles, and he got fat on the back of his arm like the lady at the church cookout after service.
Oh, he won't Fat Albert.
Hey, and I need as many hot dog rolls back here as you can get.
I'm gonna say QB2.
Ooh.
Okay.
Oh Lord.
In the draft,
Heavenly Father.
This is not a quarterback laden draft, but okay, man.
but
That,
you know, I'm just
I know
asking.
who he want, Nando. I know who you want.
Trinidad.
I said it earlier.
I mean, a lot of people. You guys think a lot of people want Trinidad Channel. A lot of people watch that game, and maybe another team thinking the same thing we're thinking and jump on. So
I'm gonna give you a guy that you can bring in and let him work his way up because I know he's better than Easton Stick. I know he's better than Kyle Trask. I stand on it. You can bring him in as an undrafted free agent. Go get Andrew Bodie out of Alabama State. Invite him to walk on. The SWAT player of the year offensively. The man has over 13,000 yards in Texas high school football history. That means he had more yards than Matthew Stafford. That means that he had more yards than Drew Brees, Nick Foles. I'm naming Texas quarterbacks that are legends. More yards than Vince Carter. Vince Young.
Vince Young.
Only reason he went to a HBCU was because his grades was the issue, not the fact that he couldn't ball. Because Nick Saban even talked to him, so that should tell you something.
There you go.
I know you know Nando because you're a Bama fan. He was on your radar.
Yep. I thought he was gonna come on down to Tuscaloosa. I sure thought he was gonna make it down there.
They offered him. If y'all don't know, they offered him, and he was gonna be one of the ones that was quiet in the chamber. And he can run 6 feet tall, 205, 210, got a howitzer for an arm, smart, tough, and is just one of those guys that's he plays just like Trinidad, but he's more accurate than Trinidad. I'm gonna break his stats down when we have an episode. Like when we have an HBCU segment, we're gonna have that with our regular segment. But just know I'm gonna have these HBCU players. So if y'all are offended by HBCU football, this ain't the show for you. I love y'all, and I want y'all here, but I've heard some people try to trash the competition, and people don't realize that Trinidad Chambliss played Division II before he went to the SEC and won 2 natties at that D2 level with Ferris State and took an Ole Miss team 1 game pretty much away from the natty. So again, Bodie could have went anywhere and balled out. So again, you don't have to draft him. Bring him as an undrafted free agent.
Yep.
And see, that's what I'm requiring from this new regime for the Atlanta Falcons. Go and dig for the nuggets. Go dig. You got to go dig. You got to go dig. You got to go find. Put these scouts out all through the SWAC, the MEAC, everywhere. Find talent. The same way the 49ers did when they found Jerry Rice, when Joe Cribbs came. Find these nuggets. Go get these nuggets. Same thing with these old good-for-nothing Atlanta Hawks, too. I tell you, them, they couldn't play dead.
Please, now you done triggered me.
I'm thinking the same thing, John. They got to can't leave no stones unturned.
Yeah, you got to go find
Matt Ryan. If you able to send them everywhere, send them to the moon and look for them. I don't care. We got to get them.
Yeah,
with us missing the first round draft pick this season, I think that our undrafted free agent class should produce at least 2 rotational players.
I'm not John.
I agree.
And here's the thing. I know everybody talks about the draft. Here's my thing. I'm not worried about the draft picks. I know that sounds bad, folks. It's the undrafted free agents that I am concerned with because I preach depth. Guess what Kirby Smart just did today? He took Taquez Robinson out of Alabama A&M, who is a true freshman out of Mays High School that started all 12 games, played 300 snaps, and only gave up 1 sack. He is he's another Carson Vincent. People don't realize that Alabama A&M got some linemen for you. I've been saying this. Carson Vincent started from day one as a 4th round pick in Baltimore and protected the hell out of Lamar Jackson. Just saying.
I'm worried
That's the
about
guy that I said that we should have took. Guarantee you, if he was on that right side, Penix would still be walking right now. Guarantee you that.
I'm gonna be worried about the draft. I'm gonna be worried about
I stand on that.
I'm gonna be worried
And
about
that's
the draft.
and this is what I mean when I say it was a true debacle. Everybody's like, oh, well, they ain't Baltimore took him in the 4th round, which you could have got him in the 3rd or 4th. I know we got our safeties, but here's my thing. You doubled up on safeties. I get the edge rusher. I get why you did that. But you doubled up on safeties. And my thing is you need to protect your future franchise quarterback. That's what you should have been doing. Because if you had him here, we might have not had the issues on that right side of that line. But hey, we're just a little podcast, just like Miss Lynn Jones down in Jacksonville. She runs a little old newspaper that's been around for over 50 years. And I'm going to end it on this. Ladies and gentlemen, shout out to Miss Lynn Jones down in Jacksonville, Florida, that writes for the Free Press that's in Jacksonville, one of the oldest black newspapers in the country. Everybody tried to come for her, but let's be real. Her credentials are immaculate. She's pretty much the HNIC. She don't answer to nobody. She runs that newspaper. So for you pundits out here that decided to come for her, have several seats. This man is sat down. This lady is sat down with a Terry Bradshaw, has done interviews with her, has done interviews with a Lim Barney, Hall of Fame NFL players that some of you pundits have never even sniffed. Now, I'm just a regular guy that works a 9-to-5 that just loves this game and loves the Falcons. And the message that she provided was the total opposite of what you wanted. Now, you can say what you want about me. You can say what you want about this crew. The one thing that we're going to say is right, wrong is wrong. We understand that there are ethics in that situation. But anytime you have a reporter that is in the room, you have X amount of seconds to either provide a comment for them to answer to or a question. She provided a comment that was against what you guys believe. And it's okay. That's the joys of America. You got four veterans up here that pretty much provided our services for her to be able to say that. So if you want to sit there and get pissed about it and y'all want to have a hissy fit, oh, that's not professional. This is not this and da-da-da-da. Here's the thing. Half of the foolishness that you say, I almost said something I didn't need to say. You know what? I'm going to put some money in the cuss jar for a sec.
Oh.
See, you know what?
Wait a minute, John. Hold up.
He can't come to my show no more.
It's just one time. It's the only time I'm going to say this. You guys literally try to shit on this woman. At this point, stop shitting on people and start tipping your cap to somebody who actually has credentials and do your fucking research before you speak on them.
Here's the thing, right? Here's the thing.
Totally agree, Ryan.
Wait a minute. I'm not done. I'm not done.
Okay.
I'm tired of people gatekeeping like that when you have other people that have credentials to do so. I understand that she's in that field, and you have to understand that in this situation, we get it. But she put them in a situation to where she's motivating him for next year. Man, a 13-4 record, and y'all tried to crap on him because of what happened at the end of the ball game. They just happened to run out of gas and they lost. Period. I wish we had a 13-4 season here in Atlanta. I wish we were in the damn playoffs. So for those huge media heads, I don't have a problem with y'all, but I got a problem with y'all checking somebody and don't do your research on their credentials. This is what you do as a journalist, whether it's a sports journalist or whether it's a political journalist. Step your game up. And D. Orlando Ledbetter, you should be the last to say something about somebody when it comes to holding people accountable and speaking on somebody's credentials. No disrespect to the brothers of Omega Psi Phi, but that's a sorry excuse for a man, an Omega man that y'all have in y'all fraternity. And I respect the Divine Nine because I got family in it. My great grandfather was a Q. Rest in peace to John Henry Broadneck, John Henry Broadneck Sr. So again, if you're gonna sit back and chastise somebody, D. Orlando Ledbetter, you need to know better, bro. You came from a damn HBCU. You had doors slammed in your face. That is an African-American woman that provided something positive, and you jumped on her, and just like Jamil Hill tried to backtrack when they had her on the show to give an apology. At this point, instead of just jumping on her first, get the credentials before you jump on somebody. Don't have a knee-jerk reaction. Have a reaction where you sit back, think it through, and then you say. Think before you speak. That's all I got, folks.
Hey, right, and just to add on to that, I don't want to take too much more time, right? Like you said, she's owned her publication for what, 52 years, I believe?
Over 30 years, bro.
30 years. In the climate of the world that we're currently in now, it took this woman, she could have blasted him, whatever the case was. Every one of us up here has played ball on some kind of level, right? When you play ball and you've taken a tough loss in a championship game or a playoff game, whatever the case is, you always had that one family member, whether it's your mother, your auntie, your grandfather, whoever it was. In that moment, she was that auntie because she saw the pain that man was wearing he was wearing it. She saw it. So instead of her being a reporter, she did exactly what she was supposed to be. She was the auntie that needed to give some encouraging words to a man who was questioning himself. Because if you look at the press conference, he was questioning himself. Am I the person that leads this team? Am I doing right by my players? Da, da, da. She did exactly what the future that you want, you have to live it, correct? She was exactly what we tell people day in and day out. If you want this future of people being able to be joyous with one another, holding hands and singing Kumbaya, it starts in these little moments right here. Because what she did, it helped a lot of people who might have been going through something. And it touched a lot of people. And like Ryan was saying, just because she didn't do it in a way that y'all would have done it, because y'all don't understand it, y'all tried to shoot it down and talk bad on her name. She did the right thing, and she did exactly what she was supposed to do. There's no right or wrong way to be a journalist. No one ever said you have to be a journalist this way. Steve Weiss does it his way. Ian Rappaport does it his way. In the whole nine, there's no cookie cutter way to work in this space. There's different podcasts all over YouTube, all over social media. There's not one social media, there's not one podcast that's the same. Everyone has the ability to be human. Everyone has the ability to be kind. It costs you nothing to give a kind word. Let's start treating each other like the humans. Let's start working in humanity and dignity and genuity with one another, and stop looking for a reason to tear people down. And that's the problem with the world right now. We're always looking to tear someone down instead of building someone up. And that's exactly what she did. That's exactly what she did.
And on that note, we're going to leave you with some positivity, folks. Here's the thing. Until even with this regime right now, Falcon fans been doing this to Matt Ryan, just like the media did to Miss Lynn Jones. And it was the reason I brought that up. Give this man a chance to at least try to do the job first before you condemn him. Mm-hmm. That is what you do. So at the end of the day, I'm keeping this type of energy. Now, when I went on my little rant, that was the fan side of me coming out. That was me stepping up as a person. I don't like bullies. I ain't never liked bullies. And I'm just going to be honest with you. I had a different way to deal with bullies when I was younger, but that's neither here nor there. I found Jesus. Now, all I'm saying is this. Let the man do his job. If he makes mistakes along the way, okay, then you have a right to criticize him. But God forbid he wins a Super Bowl here with this team that he puts together. You're going to owe that man an engraved apology. Now, if he loses and he screws up, he gets everything he's supposed to deserve from this fan base verbally. But until then, let the man get in the office. Let him have his first cup of coffee before you start saying that he's horrible. Let him have a chance to wake up. Let him have a chance to walk through the building. Let him get through his first draft.
Right.
So that's all I got. We definitely appreciate you guys for tapping in with us tonight. Went a little overboard, but hey, this is the off season. This is just one of the shows where we had some stuff that we needed to get off our chest. We have some interviews that are going to be coming up. Working on something with Mr. Daniel Hatman, former NFL scout who runs the Scouting Academy. We're working on that to bring him in to talk a little bit about his days. And we got some former prize fighters that might be coming through too. I'm not going to say who, but we might have some boxes to come through this offseason. So y'all sit back and relax. We got you during this offseason Falcon talk, and we're going to work on getting you on some more interviews so you guys can enjoy the story time that we have during the Sports Century, brought to you BirdCage style. This is your boy, the historian, Nando. John, tell the folks where they can find you.
Well, you can find me on Facebook, Instagram at Nando Barrington. I mean, you know, I just try to do my little thing. I mostly do the music scene or whatever, but trying to get more into my sports side or whatever. But anything, you know, I am 44 years invested into this team, so I do know what I'm talking about when I do speak my sports. So, you know, I just do my thing and everything. That's where y'all can find me at. TikTok also.
John?
You muted, John.
John, you muted, brother.
Oh, boy. Why am I muting myself? At any rate, you can find me at the Eye Test every Wednesday night at 10 o'clock. We'll talk about Falcons football starting off, but there's no telling which way the road is going to go. We just walking west. Humping the plea. Come on in, kick your shoes off, grab a beer, grab your chicken leg, and sit down and just enjoy the show.
Appreciate you, John, Nando. And also want to wish a very happy birthday to BirdCage alumni, Mr. Eddie McElshan, Georgia Tech legend, first black quarterback to play in the Southeast in the country and play at a major institution. He's a pioneer. He's still around the Atlanta area. Happy birthday, Uncle Eddie. Appreciate you for what you've done, because without you, we don't have quarterbacks that look like you that's playing at this level. So we want to thank you for that. Cam, Graybeard, K-Dub, thank y'all again for stepping in tonight and doing the damn thing. We're going to have some fun this offseason, so appreciate y'all. And lastly, and not least, the folks that are in the chat and that have tuned in. Thank you for giving us your time tonight. We appreciate it, and we're sorry that we went over again. But, again, we had to do our job tonight, and we had to fix it up. So now we can get some sleep and get ready for getting this money tomorrow. A.K.A. Munyon. Keep God first. Love you, and we'll catch you then. Ghost.